Hey guys, I'm Evan. Welcome to Country View Solar. So today I'm going to be making up some quick connect cables. So if you guys have any of these EG4 batteries, or there's several brands out there that do this, but they have these quick connect cables so you can just quickly attach the battery cable to the batteries. And of course you can crimp on a ring terminal on the other end to like hook it up to your inverter. But if you want to attach two batteries together, they do make a cable, I think they call it a parallel kit, and it'll come with both battery cables, and then it has this connector on both ends. So if you've got two of these wall mount batteries and you have the parallel kit, you'd be able to hook this up to one battery, and then the other battery really has to be sitting within about a foot of it for it to work. So if you have an additional battery and it's farther away, like for me, you know, I'm gonna be hanging some up on the wall, and if you hang one up on the wall, there's no way that battery cable reaches. So you have to end up making your own quick connect cables. So in the past, Signature Solar used to sell quick connect kits. I can't talk today. And the problem with those kits is they sold you both like the male and the female end, and you didn't need both, you just needed this. Well, last year they finally came out to where they sell a kit that is just the end that you need. So when you disassemble that connector, it has 4 parts and they go together in this order. So when I would take this factory cable and put one of these ring terminals, like one of these lugs on here, I would be able to crimp this on with a regular set of like hand crimpers. And the problem is, if you've ordered these quick connect cables, is that these things are a lot thicker than a regular ring terminal. They're probably about twice as thick, and I personally cannot crimp them with a set of hand crimpers. And I'm sure if anyone has ordered these types of connectors, you find out really quick they are hard to crimp, and you really need to have a hydraulic crimper. So if you're budget minded, you'll end up buying stuff off of Amazon, and that's where I got this. And of course, Amazon, the naming conventions from these Chinese companies make no sense whatsoever. But inside of here, this is a 16-ton hydraulic crimper. So this here is the crimper itself, and then you have a set of dies that fit everything from 6 gauge and all the sizes all the way up to, it's hard to read, but it's 600 kc mils. So this is the hydraulic crimper, and then you just pump the handle several times to be able to get it to crimp. And then here in the end, right in here, you see right here, this is the set of dies, and you can change it out for whatever size you need. So in the instructions, there's actually a chart on what type of wire you have and what size it is on what type of die you should use. So this battery cable, it's like super flexible, and it's got like hundreds of fine little strands in it. So when I look at this chart, probably the closest thing to that would be what would be considered a welding cable, highly flexible, little stranded cable. And on here, if you have a welding cable that is 2-aught, you're actually supposed to use a 3-aught die. I've got my hydraulic crimper set up with 3-aught dies, and then we're going to be making an 8-foot long cable. I've already got a quick connect on one end, and we just need to go ahead and crimp the other end on. So first thing I'm going to do is slide on like the cover and the little cord grip that goes in there. And then I need to get all these wires straightened out so I don't have any kinked. Now on this connector, it's actually pretty deep. It actually goes all the way back to here. So you can see I've got the cable, I've got it stripped out fairly far. So get my wire through. Get the connector on without having any strands hanging out. Where you crimp it at, I'm going to try to make sure it's in the center of the die, and then we'll go ahead and start crimping. Like I said, this thing's pretty hard to crimp, and even with this 16-ton hydraulic crimper, you got to work this thing pretty good. All right, that's as far as she'll go. Now you just release the pressure with this knob here, And now we've got it taken out. But now one of the bad things about this is, so when you crimp this, you end up with these little pieces of metal that get squeezed out to the side, and these are like sharp little edges. And of course, if you try to slide that cover over here, it's gonna hit these. So what we need to do is we need to crimp them down. So I'm just gonna basically put this back in. And I'm gonna turn this connector about 60 degrees so that when we crimp it again, it'll flatten those out. So now to remove the cable, now that that connector's on, I've got to take the end of the die out, remove the top part of the die, and then the cable comes out. So right there, that is what the finished crimp looks like. This here is a factory cable. I'm going to take it apart and we'll compare them. So you can see our crimp is really similar to the factory crimp. They're both hexagonal. The factory crimp is a little bit wider. So you could always crimp this again further down to make a bigger crimp, but really this crimp should be just fine for what we're doing. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put it the rest of the way together. So now we got quick connects on both ends. So we got like a battery parallel cable that is 8 foot long. So I've got another one here. I just need to crimp real fast for the positive side, and I'll have a set made up. I thought I'd just share this with you in case you guys were looking at these and thinking about ordering them. You probably, if you want to put these on, I really think you need to have a hydraulic crimper to be able to do this. So if you guys are interested in making some quick connect battery cables, I'll put a link to these quick connects down in the description. Now you really have to match these up with the same manufacturer. These are the ones on the EG4 batteries. These connectors are made by Degson, but I can put a link to these in the description. And then this 2-aught cable I use, I buy this from Windy Nation. I've bought this 2-aught cable. I think I've bought it like at least 3 times from them. I'm pretty happy with it, but by no means is it as good as the cable that actually comes with the EG4 batteries. This cable is nickel coated copper or nickel plated copper, and it has a silicone jacket. It is like super flexible cable, and it's higher temp cable as well. The cable that comes with the batteries is actually very good quality, but if you need to make your own, this Windy Nation cable works pretty good. And I'll put a link to the hydraulic crimper as well if you want a cheap budget option. I'll put that in the description. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys, because if you end up buying these connectors, you'll find out pretty quick that they're very hard to crimp. And if you guys have any suggestions on crimping these, any critiques or anything you might want to add, put that down in the description below so everybody can read, and then we can all learn from each other. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and hope to see you guys in the next video.